Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I just wanted to come and run my mouth and talk about some people. Now, before we get into the mess, I saw a few comments about me making videos in a car. Um, some of you may be new to the channel. Shout out to you. What's up? Some of you may just not remember, but I have been making videos in a car um, for a long time. Even if you go back probably 5, 6 years ago, you'll see that I made a video in a car from time to time. And then it really kind of picked up of me doing videos that way in that setting. I used to work overnight at Nordstrom, and girl, I was going to make sure that I got my videos out. So I would make videos while I was driving to work. Um, I could be going to Starbucks while going to work. I would make videos. I would make videos if I took a 15-minute break in the car, in the parking garage, pitch black. I would make videos on my lunch break, girl, in the car, in the parking garage, pitch black. It would be 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm up making videos. So the whole car, me making videos in a car is not new. Um, for the people who have been around for a minute, they'll let you know. I'm sure if you read the comments, you'll see that a lot of people have mentioned, "Oh, you back in the car?" Oh, blah, blah blah. Because again, I used to make a lot of videos that way. I used to always say, because you couldn't really see my face, girl. All you could see was teeth. Girl, all you could see was this because it was gonna be dark outside. I used to always say, pretend you're listening to the radio because again, I wanted to. It was a goal of mine to make sure that I was always on top of my videos, and I had to work, and so whenever I could find free time, and I would sleep during the day because I had to work at night. Um, so yeah, we'll probably go back to doing videos. In that setting in a car from time to time. Um, but I just wanted to address that because I know some people were a little confused. You know, some of you didn't like the car. Some of you think that this is the thing. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. Girl, I put 20 on 10. I'm not really afraid when I'm sitting in my car. Do I make sure for safety reasons that I lock my doors? Yes. Am I aware of my surroundings? Yes. Do I notice when people are walking by? Yes, I do, especially if it's a man. But do I notice when people are walking by? Yes, I do. Right? If somebody pulls up beside me, do I double check to make sure the locks are locked? Yes, I do. But you know, sometimes I'm like, "Oh, girl, let me lock the doors. Let me lock the doors. Let me lock the girl." That's just a kiki. Yeah, I'm really not. I'm really not that concerned. Um, but yeah, so I just want to address that. All right, y'all. Let's get into this mess, baby. India Arie. India Arie speaks out after she criticized Megan Thee Stallion and Janelle Monae for bringing the twerkers on stage during Essence Fest. I've always wanted to go to Essence Festival. This is what she originally said. Okay, so Essence wrote, "Hot Girl Boot Camp was in full effect last night. It's at Janelle Monae with the encouragement for us." And Indiari responded to Essence in their post, and she said, "The issue is what is context. Humanity does everything. But does everything belong in a stage? No. Is everything for kids? No. Is everything for everybody? No. So when we as a culture make something like this mainstream, it shows a lack of the discretion and discernment. To those in the comments who laugh at anyone who wants these things for our culture, I think she meant our. For our culture, you certainly have that right. Just as many folks have the right to want our mainstream international export out music to show us in a respectful light. I like to go on the record saying this won't age well, and that's my issue. I love Janelle and Meg the way I love us all, and I don't like this moment. Don't bother debating me. LOL, I don't care. And I do this for 25 years. I've done this. So read, ponder, or don't. That's what she had to say. So basically, for those who may not know, I saw a video of Janelle Monae on stage, and she had like on a, what is it called, like a bralette. You know the ones, it's like a top, but it's like a bra, like a bathing suit top kind of. You know what I'm talking about. And she lifted it up. She had her, her nipples covered, but she lifted it up and was basically, I guess she not I guess she exposed herself to the crowd. Janelle Monae is in this very, very much this, I think, this sensual, sexual era, right? And it's not the Janelle Monae that a lot of people knew from the past. And then, of course, Meg Thee Stallion, honey, she gonna twerk, she gonna throw it in a circle. She brought the girls on stage, they all was throwing it in a circle. So now Arie speaks out after she criticized Meg Thee Stallion, okay? So this is what she came back to say after she said she didn't care. Girl, I said, for the girls to say that they don't care, girl, you sure came back with a whole novel. So this is what Miss Arie had to say. I hate defending simple logic, so I'm going to just say this. This is not an issue with any of my sisters, period. I'm an old school, long time affirming voice for women. My record speaks for itself. I love humanity, even in all of its BS. LOL. And all I'm saying is context matters. Debate that if you want, but I said what I said. And why did I say it? Because just like everyone else, I'm entitled to my own opinion. But also, I do this for work, my whole adult life. The work of uplifting and loving and affirming and supporting the wellness of Black women and all people at large. How effective I was, I guess, depends on who you ask. But for 20 plus years, I ran 100 miles an hour at all times in the name of healing. So when I see something that sparks my personal mission, I speak. There's not scandal here. There's just one woman's opinion. But what I will never allow is for anyone to paint me as a person who would use another woman for kindling and burning down of the patriarchy. No, 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 no. It's, I love all of the female artists because I know firsthand how hard it is to be one. I've released 8 albums and have played myself and have myself played the Essence main stage 6 times. What I see here is a mainstreaming of cults that IMHO should be adult only entertainment, in my honest opinion. And I've been saying this same thing for over 20 years. Why? LOL. Some could say my ideals created a less successful business model, but I stand by them because my gut tells me to. So much more to say, but I don't feel like it. I'm in big real life moment and I have a bunch of stuff going on. Also, in case you missed it, protecting my peace in 2023. Girl, here we go. She's still talking. I love Arie. It's no tea, no shade. I'm open for a smart debate for real conversation, but I don't do this social media self-propelled outrage BS. I put me first in my life. I do this self-care thing for real. Lastly, in case anyone missed it, I do make a practice of publicly, I do not make a practice of publicly criticizing my sisters. My thoughts around Essence Festival in context, which really is logic. I'm not addressing this anymore. Peace. Then she came back. Why is it so hard for people to understand? It's crazy to me. The level of explanation needed, And why is everything a thing? It's you, not me. First of all, Arie, girl, we love Arie. We love her music. I think one of the greatest albums of all time is Voyage to India. Her first album is Everything Also. India got some songs. Girl, at one point we was all girl running around here singing I'm Not My Hair. Okay? But one thing I don't like is like India, you come out and you say stuff like this, and then you're surprised about now you're a part of this bigger conversation, right? Girl, what you thought was gonna happen with you mentioning Meg Thee Stallion, that's one, and Janelle Monae. This is how I feel about the whole situation. Do I understand that when it comes to like Meg Thee Stallion and the other girls, how there are people in the audience who could find it cringy? Yeah, I do. I do. I do. That doesn't mean that it's bad, but I could see how someone like an Arie, who's a person of a particular age, could look at Meg Thee Stallion and the girls on stage throwing it in a circle like, oh my God, girl, what are you doing? But there are also people Meg Thee Stallion's age who also criticize Meg Thee Stallion. I think it just comes down to, girl, we gonna have to, and this is for me, you, your mama, and your cousin too. We gonna have to just accept that people are not the same, and that everybody ain't walking around here playing a guitar, singing in grass with bell bottoms on. That's no tea, no shade to Arie. Everybody ain't walking around here, girl, bald headed with locks, girl, natural fro with a spaghetti strap shirt on, some bell bottoms, girl, some sandals, and a guitar, girl, singing to the girl, flowers, the wind, the rainbows, girl, girl, and girl, the sky. You know, some of the girls out here, they gonna twerk. Some of the girls gonna play a guitar, girl. I think that we need to stop acting as if this is new. Girl, y'all ain't got this is no shade, no tea, no shade. I find it kind of ironic that some of the same people who complain about Meg Thee Stallion will know every word to now. And you don't now, hoe, who been places I've been. Hey! Fuck my 5 and 6 best friends, you don't now, hoe. Girl, y'all know the whole, y'all know every word to now. Y'all know every word to Lil' Kim songs. To all of a sudden, that's what I said. We have to stop acting like this stuff is new. Meg Thee Stallion is not the first person to get on stage and throw her ass in a circle. Girl, Janelle Monae's breast was not the first breast y'all seen. Girl, y'all went up for Lil' Kim when she walked to the VMAs with her whole titty hanging out. Yeah. Like, I just think we have to, if you're going to be consistent, be consistent. You should have a problem with it across the board. Again, some people are just modest, and some people don't like that, and I think that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I also think we need to stop acting like the only people that exist in this world are older people, people who may not like the Meg Thee Stallions. Essence, to me, if you're going to make space, for example, one thing I do love about Essence, because I follow Essence on IG, I feel like they make space for all women. Black women. I'm talking about black women. Like, I don't really like. I feel like they'll like hype up Arie. They'll hype up Meg Thee Stallion, right? They'll hype up Nia Long. They'll hype up Janelle Monae. It's just not geared to one certain type of woman, and I feel like if I just feel like you have to make space for people, and you just can't be on this high horse as if like, girl, I'm better than you, or y'all doing too much. The same way, let me just say something. I'm just gonna say it plain and clear. The same way these women gonna be singing about, girl, they pussy and pussy popping on the handstand is the same way these niggas gonna keep singing about bitches hold drugs and jewelry. The men gonna keep singing about the same thing and rapping about the same thing, and the women gonna keep rapping about the same thing. Ain't nothing new that's going on right now Ain't nothing happening right that's going on right now is new under the sun. We have seen this before. It's just different people. We have seen a titty out before. At one point, it was Look Kim. Now it's Janelle Monae. We have seen the girls rap about they Boochie cats before. One day it was Trina. Now it's Meg Thee Stallion and Cardi B. You know, but we love India Arie. This is what Uncle Luke had to say. What? Listen, this is Uncle Luke. Uncle Luke. Uncle Luke. What is this girl going through? She's never been out here like this. Is it a midlife crisis? He was referring to Janelle Monae. You know how I say sometimes, even if you feel like it's the right message, it can be the wrong messenger. How is it that Uncle Luke? This is exactly what I put in the comment section. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Uncle Luke, of all people, policing a woman's body? Sir, sit this one out. Not Mr. Freaknik himself. Now that's, and I think that's a problem too, that a lot of people don't want to admit. Y'all want to be able to have control and police these women's bodies. And when they don't get on board of what you want, then it's an issue. Out of all the people speaking, Uncle Luke needs to shut the hell up. There's no way that Uncle Luke should be a part of this conversation. Uncle Luke, just like I was saying the other day about Dennis McKinley and Maurice Scott. At the end of the day, girl, I want to read a comment to y'all. Somebody left a comment. Shout out to the cousin. This is what somebody said, and I wanted to read this comment. Okay. Rodney is correct. Maurice and Dennis are the same kind of dude. It all boils down to them caring about their sexual needs being met over the mental, emotional, and physical trauma that their significant other and mother of their child was experiencing. I mean, if it makes Dennis feel like the way he disrespected and further burdened his partner was less destructive than Maurice's way of disrespecting his partner, I guess. That's what I be saying. Some of y'all can't be a part of the conversation because the truth of the matter is, Uncle Luke, you ain't got no business saying nothing. And girl, quiet as kept Dennis. As much as we talk about postpartum depression and the way that some of these women are out here are not making it out of it because they're unaliving themselves and unaliving their children. And for y'all to try to make it seem as though Dennis cheating on Portia at the time when she was going through what she was going through, it wasn't that big of a deal. But anyways, let's move on. Hey. Oh, and then also someone tried to compare. Somebody brought Jill Scott into the conversation. Did India Arie say anything about her sister and soul, Jill Scott? She also has some sexually laced bits in her Essence Fest set. Someone said that Jill Scott, I don't know. Someone said that Jill Scott just introduced her bass player as Reverend Dr. Whisperer and told the women in the audience to close your ears and listen with your vagina. Can I say something? I do believe there's a difference. Like, depending on how you say something, it's not what you say, it's how you say it, right? If someone gets on the stage, if Jill Scott got on the stage and said, I want my man to come and open his leg so I can thrust his man love in my mouth. Girl, the girls be like, "Ooh, Jill." But then, girl, you might have a ghetto, a ghetto just hood rat girl just outright get on stage and be like, "Nigga, put that dick down his throat." Right? And then people gonna be like, "Ah, girl, you're doing too much." It's a difference. It's a difference, right? But at the end of the day, girl, the message is the same. Girl. Girl, at the end of the day, girl, they both about to put in some work. Okay? All I'm saying is, girl, it don't bother me. When I see Meg Thee Stallion is in her 20s, girl. I'm sure when Meg Thee Stallion hit 60, she not gonna be throwing it in a circle. And Jill Scott, one of the nastiest heifers walking around. Okay? Anyways, listen to this. Honey, the girls is having a good time at the White House. So lab test results for the substance found at the White House has come back positive for a little bit of snowman. Now, for the girls who don't know what snowman is, but let me just give you a quick. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Blow, oh. Come on, it's the blow for me. All right. So, girl, they had found a little white man in the White House. So according to CNN, a Secret Service spokesperson said that the lab test results for the substance found at the White House on Sunday were positive for blow. After the previous field testing showed a positive result for the substance was sent in for further evaluation. The substance was reportedly found near the ground floor entrance to the West Wing, which is the area where the staff lead tours pass through on their way inside the building. President Biden was at Camp David over the weekend and didn't return to the White House until Tuesday morning. As previously reported, the substance was described as a white powder found in a small zipped bag. I said, oh. I know somebody mad. I know somebody is evil up in D.C. Girl, they done lost their bag, honey. They probably more mad. They probably more worried about losing that bag than they are about losing their job. Officials are working to find out who brought the substance inside of the building. Girl, one of them white people. Girl, this is the thing, girl. Girl, am I surprised now? Girl, I've been telling y'all for years, girl. I don't want nobody. I'm not, girl. Listen, believe it or not, I have lived, I have partied, I have been around some of everybody and some around everything. Okay? Now, my thing is liquor. That's all I do. I don't care what no girl. Like I always tell the people, as long as you're not bringing out no needles and rubber bands, if I see somebody strap up and start tapping for a vein, honey, I got to go. Because y'all doing too much. But where is my purse? Girl, where is my cell phone? I got to get up out of here. Y'all is doing too much. Okay? But God been trying to tell y'all, girl. The girls and boys been doing it forever. It's not that big of a deal, child. The girls do a little bump and go to work. And girl, I be telling y'all, girl, it's the new weed. Y'all don't want to believe me, girl. The people who been watching me, I've been saying this for years, girl. It's really the new weed. It's gonna be a day. You know how like weed now is like, girl, don't nobody really care. You know, like how back in the day when people did weed, people would call you a weed head, a junkie. Now, girl, it's not a big deal. Girl, you could just walk down the street in some city states and just be smoking like it ain't nothing, right? I feel like that's what's gonna happen with the blow. In probably about 10 years, it ain't gonna be that big of a deal. The girls is stressed. The girls is stressed at that White House. Girl, the girls say, I need a little pick me up. Girl. And pick me up, 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 pick me up with your love. Yes. That was a remix of Britney Spears. Shout out to Britney Spears. All right, y'all. Brandi Glanville. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Brandi Glanville says she's never had plastic surgery on her face. I've never had surgery on my face. I'm so sick of all the mean comments. I'm 50. I've aged. Now these comments are pissing off my kids because they know the truth, and I've never been in bandages. I do plan on getting a lower face and neck lift like Teddy Mellencamp at some point soon. Girl, Brandi is a kiki to me. And this is exactly what I put in the comment section. Because she's had fillers, Botox, lighter fluid, Fix-A-Flat, and everything injected. No knife, but definitely a few needles. This is the thing, right? And I know this is what see the girls. This is what the girls do. Like Sheree was on Watch What Happens Live the other night, and they asked Sheree about her having plastic surgery. She was like, "Plastic surgery? No." This the girls only want to start calling it plastic surgery if it's a knife involved, if it's a little nose getting broke, if it's a little, needles, they don't consider plastic surgery. I'm sorry to tell you, in my opinion, while it's not plastic surgery, it's still something cosmetic. Girl, y'all be trying to play this word game. Y'all try to play the word game because, okay, girl, I didn't have plastic surgery. Okay, I guess technically you didn't have surgery, but girl, the girls are saying that, girl, your face looks a little different. I remember at one point, I remember one time, this was years ago. I pop in and pop out of the Real Housewives of Beverly. Like, the only ones I really watched was Atlanta and Potomac. I remember one time I had just like popped into the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion, and girl, bitch, when I tell you Brandi, girl, was at that reunion, and girl, her girl, bro, talking like this. I said, oh my God, what is going on? Girl, Miss Thing can't even move her mouth. Girl, Brandi looked like the fool. And Brandi was a pretty girl. Girl, I said, girl, she done got a hold to some Fix-A-Flat, honey. Because whatever she thought she was getting, girl, she got the complete opposite. Girl, her whole girl, I said, girl, you need to wipe your mouth, honey, because you got saliva dripping all down on your little dress. Girl, you look a fool, girl. But yeah, I think that's what the girls do. Like Sheree has definitely had work done to her face. Has she went under a knife? I don't think so. But Sheree has shown us where she's went to the doctor and got her jawline, right? Got her nose fixed. The girls are getting injections. A lot of the girls are getting injections, and they may not necessarily be going under anesthesia, and so they make it seem as though, girl, I ain't got plastic surgery because I ain't went under the knife or I ain't got no anesthesia. When, girl, the truth of the matter is, why you may not have had surgery, girl, you done got a little tweaking. And ain't nothing wrong with a little tweaking. Ain't nothing wrong with a little tweaking. But don't be out here lying and trying to play the word game. That's why they need me. That's why they need me on the line. No, girl, have you went to the doctor and had anything put in your face? Sheree? Has a needle did this to your face? That's what we want to know. Has a needle touched here? 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 Did it touch here? Did it touch here? And did it touch here? Okay. Did it touch here? And did it touch here? And did it touch here? And did it touch here? Did it touch here? Did it touch here underneath his eyes? That's what we want to know. Because I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. Brandi, get out of our face and stop lying. I'm sick of y'all. It ain't none of our business, but at the end of the day, you can't, I have this whole thing about reality TV. You can't be on reality TV and then be trying to act like, girl, your reality is not the reality. And Brandi wants to be on reality TV. She was on Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip. Then I heard she came back for another one. Then I heard she got kicked off, girl. I heard she was doing too much, honey. Anyways. Kenya Moore demands Mark Daly pay her divorce legal bills, claims he's purposely dragging the process by failing to reach a negotiation. Neighbors, it looks like Kenya Moore is not playing any games with her soon-to-be ex-husband, Mark Daly. The Real Housewives of Atlanta reality star is demanding that Daly pay her legal fees for allegedly having to fight him over a settlement pertaining to their divorce. I know Candy want to beat Kenya's ass. Candy, one thing I give her, Candy don't play about her money. Candy be trying to tell the girls to get a prenup. And they don't like to listen. And Kenya, Kenya was a woman of a particular age. She wanted her fairy tale. She didn't let that man swoop her and, girl, fly her to wherever they got married at. No prenup. And now he over there trying to take that lady's money. I know Kenya over there probably drinking a bottle of wine every day. Girl, I'd be so stressed. A nigga trying to take my money? Ooh, girl. Daly initially demanded that the court enforce a partial settlement agreement after claiming the two mutually came to a deal that was reached back in May. This is the same man who got on TV talking about he'll build his restaurant over. Girl, now he over there trying to take that lady's money. Daly claims that after nearly 8 hours of negotiating, Kenya agreed to the partial settlement. But this is where it gets messy. Neighbors, after these long hours of negotiating, and as Daly described as Kenya dragging her feet, he requested that the court award him an attorney fees, which Kenya then shot down with her motion, claiming that the process was so long due to Daly canceling several attempts to negotiate. Kenya's motion read, during mediation, it was clear that the respondent was negotiating in good faith, and another clear attempt to reach a divorce agreement. Kenya said these failed attempts to come to an agreement led Kenya to believe there was no deal. Girl, I hope they figure it out. I know that's a mess. I do not like Mark Daly. I don't know what Kenya gonna do. She'll figure it out. They ain't got nothing. I mean, girl. I mean, ain't none of this got nothing to do with me. But all right, y'all. I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.